Number one, the cabinet took up the Meghalaya Private Medical Institute Regulation of Admission, Fixation of Fees and Reservation Ordinance 2024 and the Meghalaya Medical College Regulation and Admission into MBBS Rules 2024. Cabinet has cleared the ordinance and Cabinet will meet again for the constitution of the regulatory committee. Government also took up the rules for the allotment of rental houses, flats, quarters under the rental housing scheme to the government employees in Meghalaya, general public, bona fide citizens of Meghalaya. GAD Housing Department now has decided to take charge of their assets, to evaluate their assets, and wherever necessary, they have put in place rules for the government quarters and also have given the Department of Housing an opportunity to decide on what they need to do in their available land. I think Honorable Minister can brief you further on this matter.
Yeah. Um, Wherever in every district of the state, we have a housing property. The government of Meghalaya has already created. So these housing uh, buildings owned by the housing departments have already, created the MIG, middle income group buildings, low income group buildings, and has already given a rent to government employees. We were not having any rules for that. Anybody who doesn't pay the rent, we don't have any rules to uh, impose on them. If they don't pay the rules, we don't know. We don't have any rules based on which we can take action. So therefore, these rules today. So this is a rule to regulate the rental housings of the housing department.
Was taken up by the cabinet today is with regard to the relaxation of upper age limit for serving SSA teachers for recruitment into government LP UP or secondary and higher secondary schools. Honorable ministers here and he can kindly give me.
for the relaxation of the upper age limit for the serving SSA teacher for participation in the recruitment for the government LP and the UP and the higher secondary up to the age of 45 years from now. So those who already appointed in the SSA with due process, they will be allowed to what you call participate in the recruitment process up to the age of 45 years. Therefore, agar agad pisok inga cabinet dalo decision kora jirangan SSC teacherang watch jirangan MTET pass ka
26 and the status of the Tura Medical College is very good. We hope to be able to also meet that target of having it operationalized in session 26-27. From time to time, we will update the people of the state of Meghalaya on the progress of these two other projects, but we are confident that we are meeting these deadlines. As and when we are ready to operationalize the Shillong Medical College and the Tura Medical College. Today, we focus cabinet memo focusing only on the ordinance for the running of a private medical college called the USTM in the state of Meghalaya.
Is there any budget sanction needed that the medical college?
No budget sanctions were discussed today.
What are the steps taken that the future student who pass out from the recruitment place from that college which they are passed?
Every student studying MBBS under sponsored seats of the government of Meghalaya as of today have to sign a bond. indicating that as and when the student passes the examination and qualifies for performing as a doctor, as and when the interviews are called, we will be we will be conditioned to giving them a job and offering them a job. But having said that, this bond is in operation until such time that government decides to withdraw the bond. You must have seen in other sectors of education, we still have government sponsored seats. Engineering still has seats, then you have BDS still has seats, and we hope that agriculture also still has seeds, and we hope that we will be able to maintain the promise to give them a job if they come back to the state. But the bonds of these additional courses, have you must have noticed, are no longer there, but government continues to sponsor candidates. So in medical science, in medical institutes, MBBS, the bond is still on.
Process mamang ni age ko besi sa pribong na tepat mamang government school men recruitment process tu ba government sanction post tu apply kada besi sa pribong keng apply ka naman ko ni tak lo cabinet fast ka. So that's the decision.
Availing loan from the Asian Development Bank for implementation of the project Support Human Capital Development in Meghalaya Phase 2. Cabinet was pleased to approve this proposal, and as per the cabinet note, government will now avail a 90% grant from the ADB, and out of this entire loan, 10% of it is a loan which the government of Meghalaya will pay in the long run. 90% of this loan will be paid or borne by the central government, as has been done or has been the practice all these years. The Meghalaya Private Medical Institution Regulation of Admission, Fixation of Fee, and Reservation Ordinance 2024. Cabinet was pleased to pass the ordinance, which will come into effect post signing of the Honorable Governor of the state. Following that, the regulatory committee will be notified, and accordingly, fixation of fees, application of reservation policy, distribution of seats as per norms of government, guided by various rulings of various honorable courts throughout the country. We now have approved it, and the USTM will be allowed to operate soon after the ordinance is signed by the Honorable Governor and it is duly notified. The regulating committee will then sit to guide this private medical college on matters of fixation of fee, on matters of application and implementation of reservation, and allotment allocation of seats.
You talk about the timeline of Tura Medical College and Shillong Medical College.
We did not take up any other medical college because this ordinance is specific for the operational of a private medical college within the state of Meghalaya. As we said earlier, we have our own timelines. We are progressing positively and will likely meet our target of operationalizing the Shillong Government Medical College, hopefully for session 25-26.